within yourself. I do have the sacred space, I like to call it, set up here. I'll talk about each component a little bit later. I just like to go over why people do tarot. Obviously, I said that it increases intuition and helps guide you, but it's a type of soul and personal care, and that's what I found to have the passion and soul to do it for. And it helps me reduce like anxiety, and helps me decision make, and it helps just to get yourself to know, you get to know yourself just a little bit better, of course. And obviously some people question if it's truthful or not, or is it real, but it's not about if it's real or not. It's not a religion, so unquote. It's a practice to become more enlightened with yourself. And tarot does not answer questions like directly, but it enlightens you about the situation you're in, and it helps guide you through them. So that's the little history behind it for those wondering. I think it's so fascinating sometimes. For a demonstration of the cards, I actually have 2 decks that I possess, but to just show you what each card means, I have chosen to use my moon relationships, feeling, and creativity. Next up, we have the pentacles. The pentacles, the pentacles, the pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is what I'm showing here. And it relates to the earth element and describes money, financial resources, material possessions, career, and the physical realm, okay? Next we have swords, and swords resemble the air element, and I'll flip over here. The Ace of Swords, and it explains power, rationality, intellect, and thoughts. And then last but not least, we have wands, and wands correspond with the fire element. That's the Ace of Wands. And they explain inspiration, spirituality, ideas, and energy flow. Okay? And you're gonna see that each one, you're gonna have the numbers 1 to 10. Even numbers, they are linked with like an abundance and a positive connotation. And odd numbers often deem as negative or darker numbers, so I'll quote. But you can kind of see that, like, if you have cards that are drawn with like the fire and water element, sometimes that can mean that whatever situation you're in, the actions that are leading to it are compelling. Let me go over what each number represents really quickly here. Aces or ones represent new beginnings. Twos represent balance. Threes mean increased joy or opportunity cards. 4 are caution cards. 5 is winning or winning through cards. 6 are harmony and balance cards. 7s are contemplation cards. 8s are opportunity and learning cards. 9s are self-fulfillment cards, and 10s are completion or closure cards. Okay. And then last but not least, we have court cards. So these also go in power of. So obviously your kings are going to be the most important cards in any deck, and I think I'll resemble them with the swords suite. So pages are princesses, okay? So that's gonna be this card here for the swords suite, okay? Pages and princesses describe sensitive people. It represents immaturity, stubbornness, or seeking attention. They represent sometimes a young female in your life. Same thing with the King of Swords. They mean a similar thing, that they can represent sometimes a young male in your life. But with the Knights, they desire freedom, enthusiasm, and personal fulfillment, and it can be a growth card. Next are Queen of Swords, or Queens, and they represent a more woman or mature part of your life, and particularly a mature woman in your life, possibly. And they seek authority and possess and make others happy, okay? And then the most powerful card in a suite is the Kings, and they represent older, mature men, and they can kind of be seen as a mentor card. And in reversed cards, they can mean that you're sometimes being a bully, okay? So that is all of the cards, and then I just wanted to quickly go over what our sacred space is looking like right now. So before every tarot card reading, I like to cleanse the area, and it's very important that you create a safe area for energies to flow, free thinking. So that's why I have some incense burning here, and it's going to cleanse any areas that we have and clear out the smoke if we need. A lot of people do use salt Choosing cards is however you wish to choose them. Some people will play with their hands like this, and then when one pops out like this, they'll simply lay down the card. I like to lay them out flat and then have a pendulum, such as my crystal here, kind of wave over them, and once it stops on one or kind of circles around one card, I'll choose the card then. And then some people also lay them out flat Sometimes you may be resisting change, trying to stop